Hari Om all Atma Jyotis. Welcome to our Bhagavad Gita class. This is Gita Gnana Yajna and we are learning 4th chapter today, which is Gnana Karma Sannyasa Yoga. Let's begin the class with beginning prayers with Guru Vandana. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Sadashiva Samarambhat Shankaracharya Madhyamat Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam. Narayana Samarambhat Shankaracharya Madhyamat Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam. Shruti Smriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavatpadam Shankaram Lokashankaram. Slowly open your eyes. Okay. So today we are continuing our Gita Gnana Yajna session with the 4th chapter, which is Gnana Karma Sannyasa Yoga. So early on, we initially saw how these sessions are going to be, and then we went on through each chapter. Chapter 1, which is Arjuna Vishada Yoga. Next is the Gnana Yoga, which is the Sankhya Yoga. And next was the Karma Yoga. And now we have moved on to Gnana Karma Sannyasa Yoga. So second chapter was Gnana Yoga. Sankhya Yoga, name was Sankhya Yoga, but it is also Gnana Yoga. It is mainly Gnana Yoga. The third chapter was Karma Yoga. Gnana Yoga and Karma Yoga combined is in the 4th chapter, which is Gnana Karma. But there is one more thing here, Sannyasa Yoga. So we have heard the word called Sannyasa generally. We hear the word sannyasa everywhere, right? Many people speak about it. What is meant by sannyasa? Can any of you, I want all of you to speak up. Yes, Raviji. What is sannyasa? What do you know by sannyasa? Raviji doesn't want to talk. Malati ji?
I was trying to unmute, sorry.
Oh, yeah. What is it, Raviji? What is meant by sannyasa? What do you know by it? By the name, by the word sannyasa, when somebody says sannyasi, what is your impression?
Giving up of materialistic life or worldly pleasures.
Okay. Malati ji?
Yes, not bound within the family.
Bhuvana ji, you all can come up on videos. I'm just going out somewhere. That's why I'm on all this. Even if you are in your pajamas or if you are in your household wear, that's okay. You can come up on video. I wouldn't mind. Bhuvana ji, what do you think what is meant by sannyasa? Whatever you know, anything rubbish, that's okay. Don't worry about it.
Sacrificing all the things.
Yes, Umaji,
all the desires.
Sacrificing all the desires. Okay. Bhuvanaji. Umaji, can you come up on your video, please? Bhuvanaji. What is meant by sannyasa? Anything that you know. Are you speaking? We can't hear you actually. All right. So, general perception of people in the world when they say sannyasa is somebody who is wearing a saffron robe, or somebody who has long hairs or shaved their head, or all that, or somebody who has run away from the family. They don't have family along with them, attached to them, right? If somebody is planning to take sannyasa, everybody like, oh, don't take sannyasa, don't leave and go, all that. This is the general perception of what sannyasa is. Now, Sri Krishna Paramatma, he is a samsari. He married many times. He is talking about sannyasa. He is a parama sannyasi. How can this be? Right? So let's go through a very short story. So now there are two monks. Okay, generally people sannyasa means monkhood, right? Two monks. They are walking past the river, and there is this river. Near the river, there in the bank, there is a lady who is standing, and she is looking to cross the river. River is not that big or not that deep or anything like that. It is shallow river, but she is still struggling to see how to get to the other side of the river. And so these two monks, when they pass by, she asks for help from these monks. Could you help me cross to the other side of the river? Now, there are, when I said two monks, right? One monk is an older monk, the other one is a younger monk. So as soon as she asked, the younger monk immediately he steps back and he's like, oh, some lady is trying to talk to me. Some woman is trying to talk to me. So he should stay away. Okay. He steps back and he doesn't want to talk to her, or he doesn't even want to look at her. But this older monk, offers to help her cross the river. He carries her. Okay. He lifts her. He carries her and takes her to the other side of the river. This younger monk is shocked and he's so furious. He's angry, boiling with anger. How did he touch a girl? How did he take her to the other side of the river? How did he do that? Forget about talking or anything. He carried her. He carried her on his back, and he took her to the other side of the river. And they all go to the bank, other shore, and then he drops her there. The older monk drops the lady there, and then they both again start walking towards the top of the hill where they both were supposed to go. After reaching the top of the hill, where the monks were walking to, now this younger monk is still, boiling inside. He wants to ask, why did you do that? He wants to, but because of the seniority of the other monk, because the other monk was an older monk, we generally in India, we have this, no? In many traditions, the senior people, we try to keep ourselves, not point out mistakes of the senior people who are senior to us. So this younger monk, although he is angry and he wants to ask, he tries to suppress and he doesn't want to ask. He tries to control his anger and all that. After reaching the top of the hill, he's not able to stop his question towards the older monk. And finally, he asks, how did you even touch that girl? How did you carry that girl? How can you even do that? Let alone talking. I didn't even look at her. How did you do that? You are a monk. You are not supposed to do that. How did you carry her? He asks the older monk. And the older monk says, you are right. I carried her from that side of the river to this bank, to this side of the river. And I dropped her after reaching this side of the river. But you are carrying her till the top of the hill. So who is actually carrying her? Are you carrying her, or am I carrying her? So what is this? So what is sannyasa is not just by the attire. Some people, they wear for the external world, they look like a sannyasi. They could look like a sannyasi, but they might not have been sannyasi from within. So there's a difference. So what Krishna wants to say here is not the external perception, the world, the way the physical eyes is able to see. That is not what sannyasi is. So what you are inside yourself, that determines whether you are a real sannyasi or not. A person could be married. For the external world, yes, the person is married, is having children. Krishna had 4 children or something, right? Krishna married many times. So it's not about external perception, whether you are clean within yourself. So once what happens, we'll come to that story later. When we all get bored with the topic, we'll come back to the story again. We'll talk about Krishna's story later on. So what sannyasi is not something we perceive externally. It's what we carry within ourselves. Generally, what people think is, oh, somebody has dropped the family. Yeah, I don't like my wife. I fight with my wife every day. Let me become a sannyasi. Or I fight with my husband. Let me become a sannyasi. Or I don't want to raise children. It is all very expensive. I need to work. I need to, struggle hard in the samsara. Let me become a sannyasi. It's easy. Go and join an ashram, eat, read a few scriptures, go and sleep. That's it. That's not sannyasa. You getting rid of the family is not sannyasa. You stay in the family and you will still be a sannyasi from within. By getting rid of the family, what a person is doing is getting rid of all the mamakara. There are 2 things. One is ahankara, the other one is mamakara. Ahankara, we'll talk about ahankara later. Mamakara is something that is mine. When we say the word in English, we say mine. Now my mobile, my laptop, or my house, my family, my son, my husband, or my world basically. Leaving that mine thing, people think is called sannyasa. Generally what the monks do, they leave the family and go somewhere live in the top of the hill or somewhere in the ashram or somewhere else. And that is leaving the mamakara. I don't want mine. I'm dropping all the mine. They have dropped the mine, no doubt. But have they dropped the ahankara as well? You should drop the I. That is real sannyasa. Dropping the mine is not big thing. Oh, I'll not take any trouble of going to office, going to work, studying, taking care of a big family, taking care of parents, taking care of the society. Why should I do all that work? Isn't it? I'll drop all the mine. Life is easy. And I'll become a sannyasi. But you have not dropped the I. What's the point? You should drop the I. Being in a family, if you are able to stay detached, stay in the Brahman consciousness, think about God. If your world is surrounded with the God, we will see how our thoughts should be surrounded with God and godly thoughts and all that. We'll see as and when we progress in this chapter. And am I able to drop the I? Being in the family, being in the society, that is real sannyasa. Okay, so sannyasa, Krishna says, so monkhood is not shaven head or the clothes that is going to, all these external things are not going to determine what sannyasa is. So Varuniji and Nitaji, what we were talking is that when we say sannyasa, people externally perceive somebody is wearing these kind of clothes, these kind of hairstyle, or these kind of talking person is doing. Even the talking, okay? Somebody try to talk so beautifully. Inside is a very big demon. You never know what's inside a person, right? So that is not sannyasa. External appearances does not determine what a sannyasi is. Internally, are you able to drop the I? Dropping the external factors, mamakara is not the final. There is one more thing behind that, which is I. We need to drop the I. This is what Krishna is telling. Okay. There is maybe in your household also, people could be saying, if you become a sannyasi, without becoming sannyasi, you cannot get moksha. Okay. People say this, older, all the grandmothers, grandfathers, in the older generation, people used to say, without getting sannyasa, you can't get moksha. Okay, that is not how it is. When they say by that, what they mean is, so once what happened, A person was in ICU, unfortunately, was in ICU, was about to die. The whole family tried to get the priest, one monk. They tried to find a monk and put some water into that person who was sleeping in the ICU so that he becomes a sannyasi. Because he told some shlokas, do you want to become a sannyasi? He asked. And the ICU person in the ICU, he says, yes, I'm a sannyasi, and he's dead. With this, they are imagining that he can get moksha. That is not how it is. Are you able to drop the I within you? So that kind of perception of external appearance of a sannyasi, that is rudartha. There are two things. One is gudartha, other is rudartha. Rudartha is the everyday what we keep talking in the everyday world, everyday life. That is rudartha. Oh, sannyasi looks like this, or speaks like this, or stays in so and so place. What is gudartha? Internally, we should drop our I. How? By inquiring, who am I? Why am I here? Who am I? Okay, all this. So the internal gnana should happen. That is a real sannyasa. Okay. So everywhere, if a person sits in a ashram or anywhere else, and his or her mind is wandering all around the world, then that is not what sannyasa is. Dropping the mind is called real sannyasa. What is meant by dropping the mind? Dropping the I. One person has dropped the mamakara, but the person will have to drop the ahankara within oneself. So one thing that we can say is, say when you talk, okay? When you talk, now I am talking. Say when you talk, can you talk 100 words at a time? At one time, are you able to say 100 words, or at one time, are you able to just say one word? What is how it is? Anyone else? Anyone can say? Can you take 100, can you talk many words at a time, or just one word at a time? Think about it and say. Yes, Neetaji?
One word at a time.
Only one word. Neetaji, come up on video, please. Umaji? So, we can talk only one word at a time. Okay. In the same way, we can only think only one thought at a time. Earlier we spoke, there are about, scientists have researched that an average man thinks about 70,000 thoughts in a day, right? We spoke about this in one of the earlier classes. But all these 70,000 thoughts are spread out through a day. This is for an average man. For many people, it is more than 200,000 or 300,000 thoughts in just in one day. In 5 minutes, there are 100 thoughts. Okay, you would have gone somewhere around the world and thought about some past thing and all that. Okay, so there are many thousands of thoughts. But at a moment, at a time, at present, you can only think about one thing. So only one thought at a time. Okay, so that one thought, you can make it of a higher thought. How we will see. Some people keep telling, I want to get detached. I want to get it. Okay, now we spoke about sannyasa. People are telling, oh, I am attached to this. I'm attached to my laptop. I'm attached to my car, or I'm attached to some person, some relationship, or, I'm attached to many things. When you are Brahman, you can never be attached to anything. Brahman is actually detached. People keep telling, give me gnana, bhakti, vairagya. Give me vairagya. Vairagya cannot be given. You are already not attached. Your nature is detached. You're thinking that you are attached. There's a correct mistake in the thinking. Only the mistake can be corrected. See, detachment cannot be given. If you are attached, that can be removed. You're not attached only. You are always detached. If there is something that can be removed, there is nothing that you are attached to. So there is nothing that can be removed. All that can be changed is there is a pattern of thinking that has happened over the time, which is wrong, which is thinking that I am attached to my car, I'm attached to my son or daughter or wife or mother or whoever it is. Okay, whatever it is. I am attached is a wrong thinking. That is what Arjuna is doing here. He's thinking that he's attached to his teachers, he's attached to his cousins, he's attached to his grandsire in the other side of the war field, and I'm not able to see them dying. So we spoke about the death in detail in the second chapter. Now he's thinking that he's attached. So Krishna wants to say, you are not attached only. If my hand is attached to this remote, I can remove, I can do something to remove. I'm not attached only, but I'm thinking that I'm attached. So what can be done? The thinking pattern can be changed. How will we change the thinking pattern? It can be changed only by listening. What kind of listening can we do? If we talk more about, say, if I go and watch a movie, more and more I'll get attached only. More and more I'll think that I'm attached only. Okay. Instead, if I talk about God, if I listen about God, if I listen about Bhagavad Gita or Krishna or anything like that, any higher thought, okay, then the pattern that is thinking that I am attached, it will loosen. That grip will loosen. I will slowly only understand that I was never attached. I was only thinking that I was attached. Okay. So that's what Krishna is telling Arjuna. Your nature is Vairagya. Okay. Okay. Only, Krishna says, only Gnana can be given to realize that you are already Vairagya. Okay. Vairagya itself cannot be given. Gnana can be given. Vairagya cannot be given. Detachment cannot be given. You are already detached. Okay. Or if you are attached, it can be removed. You're neither attached. You're already detached. So he's telling only Gnana can be given. Vairagya cannot be given. So when the Gnana is given, the illusion that you are seeing, this is Maya. Okay. The illusion with which that your mind is trained, it will be removed. That illusion is called ignorance. It's called avarana. Okay, the avarana will be removed with the help of Gnana. The avarana will be removed. When the avarana will be removed, you will realize that you are Brahman. You were never attached, and then your performance in the world will be full 100% efficient. Now the performance is not 100% efficient. You're not able to put your full because your mind is wandering all around the places. Not only in the places, it's wandering in the time as well. It's going in the past, future, forever. Everybody's mind is always in the past, future, past, future, past, future. It is never in the present moment. If it is in the present moment, then you are a Gnani. Okay, if it is in the present moment, that is what is realization. So, like we said, okay, I got to know that I'm Brahman. I got to know that, I'm not attached. I'm detached only. Now, why am I seeing this world like this? Why am I suffering? Why am I crying for all little things? Why am I, having the feeling of heaviness when I'm going through my life? Why am I facing all this? That's because you're not practicing it. Anything for that sake, any skill or anything for that sake, just by having the knowledge, you cannot make it happen. Say, for example, gravity. We'll take the example of gravity. Newton saw the apple falling and he thought, okay, this is what is gravity, and he wrote it down. And people saw it. Hey, gravity, can we do something with the gravity? Now what? I know gravity. I know the concept of gravity. That is knowledge. Gravity is knowledge. Okay. I know that gravitational force is there. Can we do something with that? We cannot do. We should apply it. So what did scientists do? They did not take only the knowledge. They started applying the knowledge into machineries. They put it into technology. They made the technology work and spread it to the people. Now we are able to have mobile phones, laptops, internet, and whatnot. We have many things. People have gone to space. Many things are happening. Why? They applied the knowledge called gravity. They made the pure science, which is the knowledge, which is for here the example that we are taking is gravity, into a applied science. Pure science is Gnana, applied science is Karma Yoga. Okay, so Gnana Yoga, I am getting it. I need to apply it and make it function. How I'll make it function? I have been given this body, mind, and intellect, this BMI. See, I am not the BMI. I have been given this BMI. Now, with the help of this BMI, I will apply, I will do the Karma Yoga in the world. Now I am applying the Gnana in the, making the pure science into the applied science and making it work. By making it work, I practice the Gnana. Okay, because I am practicing it, now it will stay with me. Whenever I do, whatever I do, whenever suffering comes, suffering will come. Why suffering is coming? That is how it is. How we will see. Krishna answers that as well. Okay. What a karmic body is. Why person suffers. Why papa and punya. That is how life will be. That is how it is. Okay. So why it is? He will say. So that I need to apply it. Only when I practice, I'll be able to remove the avarana, which is the ignorance. So, yeah, now the thoughts. We were speaking about this 70,000 thoughts. I would want to just, I had a picture actually. I forgot to send it to myself. There is a, whiteboard. Okay. Okay. So this picture is going to be rubbish. Please ignore. So, okay. That's a straight line. Okay. Anyways. So there is one thought. There is one more thought. There is one more thought. There is one more thought. Many, many thoughts. This is in a day. Okay. 70,000 thoughts. Dot. 70,000 thoughts. Many, 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 many thoughts. 70,000 thoughts. But at a time, in my voice box, I can speak only one word at a time. I can't put 100 words at a time and just talk. That's not possible. Okay. So even in my mind, only one thought can appear at the present moment. Now and here is only one thought. Only one thought can happen. Okay. That one thought. Now you have 70,000 thoughts. All these 70,000 thoughts are focusing on what? Only 4 things. Everybody, entire population in the world, okay, 8 billion people. We will take average thoughts only. Everybody is having 70,000 thoughts. Except a few gnanis, very countably few gnanis, except those people, 70,000 thoughts of entire population is concentrated on what? Ahara, Nidra, Bhaya, Maituna. Only 4, that's it. Nothing else. Food, sex, sleep, and fear. That's it. Nothing else. For food, we work. Food, we eat 3 times. And sleep, we anyways do. And for our pleasure, we work. We have family. And fear. Oh, what will happen to me if something happens? What will happen to my relationship? What will happen to my children? What will happen to my bungalow? What will happen to my car? What will happen to this? What will happen to my job? What will happen tomorrow? The fear. Because of fear, we are living out of fear, not because of fear. Out of fear, people are living their lives. They are not happy only. No happiness inside at all. They might pose. This is like the sannyasi thing. They might externally, they might pose, I'm happy. They will put pictures in the Facebook, Instagram and whatnot. And immediately, soon after the camera goes down, they are fighting. Okay. So, okay. So, how many thoughts are for God? You tell me. How many in 70,000 thoughts, other than food, sex, sleep, and fear? Out of apart from these four, how many number of thoughts are focused on God? So Krishna says, most of the thoughts, if a life is dedicated towards God, then you will be happy. But then you might ask, no, Pallavi, I have my family, I have my children, I have my, parents, I have my relatives. I need to take care of all of them. I'm not a bad person. I know that you are not a bad person. I know that you are not thinking all bad things, but still you have all the responsibilities of the family and other things. Okay, you have all the responsibilities. In between these responsibilities, how can I think about God? Say, for example, how many of you are mothers here? Any mother? Did this stop presenting? Oh, how do I stop? Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay. How many of you are mothers here? Anybody can come up. Okay. Whoever is a mother here, you tell me. Now you are sitting in the class. You might not be sitting along with your child. Are you still not a mother? Have you forgotten the fact that you are a mother? You'll still be, even while you are sitting in the class, even while you are listening to this, you will be thinking about, oh, is my child okay? Has my child had food? Has my is he playing okay? Has he not fallen off? Has not fallen, not hurt himself, all that kind of things. That thought will be taking in the back of your mind. Yes or no? Right? Somebody please answer. I can't ask question and answer myself. You will be thinking, Umaji.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right. So if you're working, for example, if you're going to office somewhere, you're not going to take your child to office. Okay, forget about
Yeah.
this. You will go to office. When you go to office, your child is somewhere in the play home or somewhere in the school or college or wherever. Okay, you will be working. Not that you will not be working. You will be putting your full in your work. Will you not be thinking about your child? Of course, you will be thinking about your child. You will be thinking whether your child had food, no food. Or when you eat your food, you will think, oh, my child might have had food. Okay, mama, hopefully my child is okay. Even I know suddenly if some phone comes from no caller ID and that kind of things, I'll be immediately like, hopefully, I mean, this phone call is not from my son's school. Suddenly it is an alert thing, right? I don't want a sudden phone call from his school, right? We don't want that. So this motherly thing is always in the back of your mind. So in that many thousand thoughts, you're still a mother, right? Okay. Why I'm just taking one standard example. So generally people will understand. Okay. That is why I'm taking this mother concept here. So you are a mother always. In your 70,000 thoughts, what are you focused on? Even if you are in office, even if you are enjoying in a holiday, even when your child is not present with you, your focus is on the child. That means in the 70,000 thoughts, the center of the thought, all the thoughts, center of the thoughts is child, right? Even if you are not with the child, your focus, the center of all the thoughts is child. So what Krishna is telling is, in the same way, like how you can be a mother to someone, some child, in the same way, even when you're not with the child, in the same way, even if you're not in the puja room, even if you're not doing the prayer, even if you're not in the temple, are you able to focus your thought to God? That is all Krishna is telling. You don't have to do puja 24 hours. He is able to understand that you are having family, you need to maintain, you need to go to office, you need to put your full on in everywhere. Okay, that's okay. That is understandable. But if your thoughts is focused in the 70,000 thoughts, say if you do puja once a day, say for 20 minutes, by half an hour will take puja, you're doing half an hour in the morning, let's say that, or evening, whenever. In 24 hours, half an hour you did puja. 23.5 hours, what were you doing? You forgot God. Again, when trouble comes, say, oh God, please save me, please save me. So instead of all that, you don't have to be in puja room. You don't have to be in temple. You can be doing your regular work. That is 100% okay. But your thoughts, if your thought is focused on God, the more, if you keep increasing, now the 70,000 thoughts, 2 thoughts are about God. 68,998 thoughts are about the world. Okay, that's okay. Now that we have understood all this, so what we'll do is that number of 2 thoughts we will increase. Okay, so it will not happen all at once. We are all human beings. Okay, we take our time, and it depends on our guna. What kind of satvika guna or rajasika guna, tamasika guna, that's okay, that's understandable. Slowly, we should move towards a point where our thoughts are concentrated, my mind is focused, centered in God. At that time, what happens? Everything else will fall in place automatically. You can ask, how does it fall in place if I start thinking about God? I can't see God. You do it, and then see, you practice it first, and then see, everything will fall in place. Automatically, it will fall in place. And you'll be surprised to know how everything, all the relationships are working fine. Your boss is praising you, your child is, well behaved with you, and whatever, everything will start working, everything will start streamlining in its proper direction. Okay, so what Krishna says is, that is sannyasa. That is called sannyasa. If a life is centered around God, externally, whatever the person could be doing for the world to see, whatever the world perceives could be anything different. But your mind is centered around God. Then that is called sannyasa. Sannyasa, the word can be, all the Sanskrit words are split, comes from a root word. Okay. In the same way, sannyasa can be split like samyak nyasa. Samyak nyasa iti sannyasa. That means right kind of deposit. Okay, samyak, right kind of deposit. So what kind of deposit have you done all your life? If you're thinking about your child all your life, your child is not going to come with you when you are dead. No, it's impossible. Nobody will come with you. If you are a fan of cars, in one of my previous sessions, in Guruji's sessions, so Guruji asked, what is your favorite thing? He told cars. I love cars. Okay, so he is more passionate about buying better cars and displaying. So some people are like that. It's okay. None of these is going to come with you. Whatever materialistic thing you see in the world, if your thoughts are centered around it, nothing will come with you. Don't think that death is somewhere far. I'll live till 80 years, 90 years, 100 years. You never know when the life could be. Life continues. When the death happens, nobody can judge. Nobody will ever know. I don't know if some of you could be here recently. One of the if some of you are here from Karnataka, then you will know recently one of the stars collapsed, right? So who he was coming from his gym, they said. I was surprised. Oh wow, even if such a fit person who is all these celebrities, they get their health checkup done very regularly. Okay, they are very conscious about their body, their skin, and everything. Okay, even such a person can die unexpectedly. Okay, that's all separate. Nobody knows when death will happen. Nobody knows. It can happen next moment. I'm not scaring you. I'm just telling. What we are trying to learn here is just be putting the thoughts all over the place unwantedly, in all unwanted things. is not going to, it's not going to support you in any way. It's not going to help you. Instead, if your thought is centered around God, everything else that you're worried will automatically fall in place. That is what Krishna is trying to tell you. He is not scaring you. Okay? All that thoughts, that 70,000 thoughts, 68,000 thoughts on food, money, sex, whatever, what is that? Sleep, fear, everything will be taken away from you at death. Okay? So what you should think is, whatever I have, see, there are many people, like we discussed, whatever I have, okay, before I go to this topic, say, hasn't there been a situation, see, this has happened with me. So if that kind of things have happened with you as well, hasn't there been a situation where you just missed an accident? Okay. Something could have gone wrong, but you were saved. It need not be a bigger accident. It could be a smaller level accident only. Or you almost slipped and you didn't fall. This kind of things might have happened with you, right? So you are saved. Why were you saved? So all these Devata forces are acting, whole universe, okay? Whole universe is acting upon you. So you survive. So you are okay. So you are happy. So you are in a place where you are. Aren't you lucky? Whole universe. So you are in certain position, certain place, certain job, certain family, certain good family. This is important. Not everybody is put into a good family. Okay. So unfortunately, some people are born in places where they don't like to be born. We don't want to see us in that kind of places, isn't it? So why you are in a place where you are is because of your previous karma and all that. So what I'm trying to tell is, entire cosmos is making to work on you for your evolution. So should I be thankful or not thankful? So I should show gratitude for what I have been given. Instead of feeling jealous about something which I don't have, or somebody might have better things than me, instead of all that, I think about God. Why I think about God? I thank God. Why I suddenly start thinking about God? Because you can't suddenly start thinking about God. That's not possible. You thank God. You show gratitude towards God that the entire cosmos is now making you sit where you are sitting. If you are comfortably sitting, if you are in certain country, if you are in certain place, if you are in certain family, if you are in certain position, certain time, certain sane mind, most people, they lose their mind. Okay, it's not easy. They might have everything, but they don't have, say, peace of mind. Okay, you are having peace of mind, you are having a sane mind. Okay, everything is in place, everything is made to be in place for you to evolve. Not everybody is able to understand Bhagavad Gita in the right sense. Some people just by heart it and leave it. Okay, some people just, there are several layers of knowledge given in Bhagavad Gita. Okay, some people who are able to understand very little, they are given only Adi Bhautika level of knowledge. Next, some people are giving Adi Dhaivika level of knowledge. Some people are given Adhyatmika, which is the highest level. So most people, even if they sit in the Adhyatmika classes, they won't be able to understand. It will fall, all the, all these lessons, it will fall in their physical ears. It doesn't reach their head, the brain, the mind, it cannot grasp the content. They're not able to. Okay, but if you are able to do it, then you are not doing it. You should be aware of this fact. You, when I say you, the little I, okay, the little I, the ego I is not able to do it. Entire cosmos, Bhagwan is making it work for you. So for that, you should be thankful. So for you to evolve. So the entire thing, whatever you might be having, whatever, even to join this session, you have a mobile. Worst case, you'll be having a mobile at least. Okay. You should be thankful for that. so that you are able to get some knowledge within this mobile and evolve yourself. Okay. Okay. So what people do is, say if I give a mobile to my son, this is a different topic, okay? Leave that topic now. So if I give mobile to my son, what will my son, why do I give a mobile to my son? I want to know where he is, if he goes to school, after he reaches school, I want him to text me to tell that, Ma, I reached. Or, if he is going elsewhere, or for his safety, I am giving the mobile. But what he will do? He will go and play all the unwanted games, right? Now, the mobile is being misused, right? So, in the same way, why was the body, mind, and intellect given by God? Why was the body, mind, and intellect was given by God to you is to understand the world and evolve yourself and come out of this cycle of birth and death, birth and death. There is no death, we spoke about that. But we feel that there is birth and death happening. Again, birth and death happening. We have that is how we are trained. Somebody dies, we see that. Okay, that's how the eyes perceive. We are not able to see beyond that. So, this BMI, this device was given for us to learn in the university. God has given this device for you to learn in the university called universe. Universe is a university. But what am I doing? I am going out having fun, like how the child was having fun with the mobile. So it was not given to have fun. It was given as an opportunity for me and you to evolve. Now, if I use the word, keep using the word term called you please don't get offended. It's including me as well. Sometimes I consciously say, sometimes I forget. So it's not only, it's including me as well. Okay, basically. So what people do? Now, when you are in sane mind, if all this knowledge is given, what happens? You are able to understand, oh. But what generally people do is, only when they are in trouble, they remember God. Only when they are in trouble, oh God, please save me, oh God, please save me. And then suddenly something will happen, they'll be saved out of trouble. And again, they will forget God. Okay. And again, trouble comes, they will remember God. So instead of doing that, when you are with sane mind, if you remember, if you clear off all these unwanted thoughts in the 70,000 thoughts that we are speaking about, if you clear off all the unwanted thoughts and you change it into God-centered thoughts, now it is possible, because you are able to sit in, even to sit in the class, you need to have sane mind. It's not easy. It's not easy to sit in the class. Okay, take it from me. You are doing the very good job. It's not easy to sit. Okay. So now with the same mind, now you change all those thoughts into God-centric thoughts. You don't have to go and do puja all the time. Whatever work you do it as a karma yoga. That is all Krishna is telling. Whatever work you do, anything, cooking, cleaning, even the cleaning anything, okay? Typing or anything, talking, okay? We spoke how all that should be converted in our karma yoga talk, right? So you might have heard Kabir ki dohe, right? Kabir Das. You all know Kabir Das? Yeah. So he says, Dukh mein sumiran sab karai, jo sukh mein karai na koi, jo sukh mein sumiran karai, dukh kahe ko hoy. So everybody goes to God, praise. Oh God, please save me when they are in dukkha, right? But instead, when you are in sukha, jo sukh mein sumiran karai, if you do prayers, when you are happy, when you are sane, when you are okay enough to, if you start changing all those thoughts, dukh kahe ko, why will the dukh happen? No, it will not happen. Even if it happens, even if something changes, you know how to handle it. You'll all be prepared. The BMI is supremely prepared. If you are able, certain people, see, we have seen, say cricket, you can take. Some child cannot just go and start playing cricket. But if you have practiced well, Okay. If you're practiced well, if you're practiced that body to, if you're trained that body to play well, when the match happens, you will play properly. You will not have to be worried about who bowls, or even if you want to bowl, you will do it properly. You will do your job properly. Okay. So it's like, for example, how do I change the thoughts, Pallavi? Now I am from so many years, I'm for 30, 40 or 50 or 60 or 70 years old. From these many years, I have trained my mind to go out in the world. Okay. I'm behind food and all that, materialistic things. How do I reverse it back and say, make it a God-centric world thought? Okay. How do I make it? Simple. Say, for example, what were you doing when you were, we all have played in our childhood, we all have played with marbles. Yes or no? Can someone please respond? Have you all played with marbles? I want answer for this. I will not respond to that.
Yes, Pallaviji. You have
Huh.
played.
So you all have played. We all have played with marbles. Even if I get, even see, I would have with so much difficulty. Nowadays, it's all available. Now, forget this generation, okay? Our generation and all, or whatever generation, previous generation you are, all the marbles, it was so difficult to find. Somewhere and all, I'll find and I'll keep, say, 5 marbles, for example. That is like a treasure for me. Even if I lose one marble, I want, okay, that was so precious. So now you all have played, okay? Now, I'll give you 100 marbles. Will you keep it precious? Will you value that marbles? No, right? It changed. At that age, marble was like a treasure. Okay. And then what happened? You grew up. Cars, so for some people, they have cars. They want cars as their, that is their treasure. Okay. Or say, for ladies, we can say saris. Okay. Uh, in certain age, your mind goes out on certain things only. After a certain age, oh, what? Oh, how will I look? What cars? How does it matter? Because you've grown out of that age. You do whatever, how much ever you get that, it's not going to make you happy if you're grown out of that age. Okay. After you become old, say 60, 70, what is precious? I give 100 marbles, you're not interested. I give 100 cars, 100 saris, or whatever your passion or liking was towards in your younger years. Whatever I give, you will not like it. Why? Now what is precious? Teeth is precious. I'm losing all my teeth. Or seriously, or all my hairs are getting gray, right? So whatever is needed at that age, that is what will look precious for you. So all these things are materialistic and they will remain only for a certain very limited amount of time. At that time, it will look like very big thing. Okay. You just move a little ahead in time, that will all look like a waste, this thing. It will not even matter for you. It will not even one thought of that 70,000 thoughts will be about marble or car or sari or whatever. Now your mind is concentrated on what you want now to run the life happily. That is only temporary. I mean, even that is temporary. The problem is the mind is thinking that is permanent. I want this now for me to be happy. But that is a temporary happiness. Okay, it is not going to give you permanent happiness. Instead, if you keep your thoughts surrounded, deposited, mind, you should deposit. Samyak nyasa, we saw. The right kind of, if you deposit your thoughts for marbles, it's not going to help you. If you deposit your thoughts for cars, it's not going to help you. If you deposit your thoughts for house, it's not going to, even relationships, it's not going to take you anywhere. You should put the right kind of deposit. Everything else will become okay. Okay. So, you have deposited your mind in wrong places, but we will learn how to deposit our mind in right places. That is called sannyasa. So, we all might have heard about this famous story of Narada, right? So, Narada is very proud that he is a sannyasi, and he is thinking about Vishnu all the time, Bhagwan Vishnu all the time. So, Bhagwan Vishnu wants to teach him a lesson, and he tells, just being a sannyasi doesn't mean that you think about me all the time, whereas there is a samsari who, there is a person who is in a family, and he is able to do center his thoughts around God all the time. He is my bhakta. He is my um, highest level of bhakta. So now Narada is more curious on who is that highest level bhakta. I am a sannyasi. I am always telling Narayana and Narayana. Uh, Let me go and check. So he'll go to the world and he will go and see. And this person wakes up, he says Narayana, Narayana, and he goes around. This is a farmer, very simple farmer. He goes about with his everyday duties. He eats a little bit and he goes out to lands to farm, and then whole day he farms the land, and then he comes back in the evening and he is tired again. He says, eat some food, and he says Narayana, Narayana, and sleeps. That is all. Narada is in full shock. He goes and tells Vishnu, what is this, Bhagwan Vishnu? What is this? I have dedicated my entire life, no family, nothing. I am taking your name full time. How can he be your bhakta? I am your highest bhakta. Then he says, it's not about the external appearance. It's about what you are doing internally. While he woke up, he spoke about Narayana. He thought about me. While he is eating food, he's thinking about me. He's eating food, but he is thinking about me. While he is farming, he is doing it as a service to God. He is thanking me that he has been given the ability to farm, ability to give food to the world. By farming, he is able to give rice and all that to the world. He's thanking that he's able to serve the world with whatever job he is doing. Even it could be a simple farming. And after that, he comes home and he thanks God, Narayana, thank you for the day. Okay, whatever could be. It could have been a very hot, sunny day where he is, burnt like coal in the sunny day, all day farming with the oxen and all that. It's a very tough job. It is not an easy job. In spite of those tough and difficult uh, life, day in his life, he is able to thank God before, after the day ends. He is able to thank. Okay, the gratitude that he is showing towards me shows the level of bhakti that he is having towards me. So this is what is bhakti. This is what has purified him to be a bhakta. So the thoughts about God, what happens? It purifies the rest of the thoughts. Say, for example, we saw no? Sorry, I will have to draw this again. Okay. So, okay. So now we had these thoughts. One, say I will only draw some 4 lines. What happens now is all these thoughts are about the world. Okay. Say if you put another thought which is about God, that thought is a bigger thought, deeper thought, which goes directly, penetrates directly into the soul, we can say. Okay. Don't go by words as it is. Try to understand the fact that it goes deep within you, basically. Okay, this is a very strong thought. Thought about God is not very, uh, um, just the superficial thought. It's not like that. Say, for example, thought of marbles. Say, for example, a child is thinking about marbles. How many thoughts are about marbles? 1 thought, 2 thought, 3rd thought, and 4th thought. All 4 thoughts are about marbles. Okay. a child thinking about marbles, it might look, for you, you know that they are just superficial thoughts and it's going to wither over the time. After 10 years, the child is not even going to think about these 4 thoughts. Marble thought, marble thought, marble thought. It's a waste of thought. You know that. Okay, now you know that. But instead, if the child is given one thought about God, this is the God thought. This is a very strong thought, very, very deep thought that can penetrate deep into the personality, deep into the person. Okay. Now that thought, because it is so deep, whatever thought that comes after that, the person will be able to know that this is so superficial. Other things are very, very superficial. Slowly, 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 other unwanted thoughts, superficial thoughts, very temporary thoughts, everything will vanish. It will one by one, it will vanish. It will go away. How do we do this? So other thoughts will slowly, slowly, slowly vanish away. It will happen. Only when we practice that, we will know that it has happened to me. I'm 100% sure because I've witnessed it happening. And that's why I'm 100% sure. I'm not just taking content from my Guruji and just saying it. I have witnessed it myself. It has happened to me and I'm 100% sure it will happen to you as well. Okay. So do Karma Yoga every day and this will uplift you from the other kinds of thoughts. So now I will decide that the center, I will see where is the center of my life. Okay, what is the center of my life? Center of my life is God. No. Oh, we saw all that. So, there is a famous story of Kaushika Muni. So he was a yogi. There was a yogi called Kaushika. Okay. He did lot of tapas, a lot and lot, so that he attained a lot of siddhi. Siddhi means in the materialistic world, whatever they want, there are different levels of siddhis. Well, some 12 levels or something like that. There are certain siddhis, whatever the person wants, the person is able to get that. In the materialistic world, in the Maya world, in the world, a person will be able to get it. Okay. So now, after doing tapas, he is sitting under a tree and he opens his eyes and he sees up and there are 2 crows sitting on top of his head and he sees them with his strong eyes. Now he has got siddhi. Immediately the crows will burn off. Both the crows will burn into ashes. That's the power he has got to control certain things in the world. Okay. Now he thinks, yes, I have achieved this siddhi. Now I can do anything in the world. He's so proud of it. Okay. And he goes, because he is a yogi and, sannyasi and all that, he needs to go and beg. That is the uh, uh, lifestyle followed by a sannyasi. Here, the sannyasi will go with a begging bowl to beg in certain houses. They have certain rules as well. They can't just beg in hundreds of houses. They will have to beg in only 5 houses, not more than 5 houses. And they should beg in certain particular, they have all the rules for that. So now he goes to a house in the village and he says, Bhavati Bhiksha, he says. Now, what should generally happen? The lady of the house should come out and give the food, whatever she has cooked or whatever. But this lady takes time, a little while to come out. She doesn't come right away. She takes a little while to come out. Now this Kaushika, he's angry. He looks at her like this, like how he was looking at the crows. He looks at her with an angry face, with a big, big eyes and all. And then the lady comes calmly and she says, don't look at me the way you looked at the crows. Don't think that I will also burn you. You can't burn me like how you burned the crows. He will be shocked. Oh, I burned the crows in the forest this morning. How did she know that I can burn her? How does she know that incident that happened? And he is astonished with this fact and he asks, she's a normal housewife. Okay, she is not some yogi or did tapas and all. She doesn't look like that. Very simple lady. And he says, Oh, how do you know all that? I did that somewhere in the forest. You couldn't even, you were not even present around. How did you know that? This is this we should understand. Okay, this all might have happened some time ago, so long time ago. This is happening now as well. Don't think that all these stories are some myth. Nothing like that. Okay, nothing like it will happen now as well. So just that the maybe the yogi is wearing jeans. That will be the difference. The attire will be different. So now this Kaushika he asked. Then she says, so I'm not a Mahatma or somebody to teach you, but I have got gnana. Okay, I have been given knowledge by uh, my guru. Who so with the help of that knowledge, I am able to see what you were doing. So this can only be possible with the help of knowledge. So he says, "Oh, this is a very big words that you have spoken, but where did you get these knowledge from?" So then she says, so there is if you go into the village, there is a butcher shop. In the butcher shop, there's a butcher. Butcher, okay? Remember this. He is my teacher. He is my guru. He taught me all this. He gave me this knowledge. It's like, what? A butcher? He can give you this big knowledge about Brahman? How is it possible? Yeah. She says, yeah. He is the one who gave me the knowledge. So he goes again, the story continues. He goes to the butcher, he waits. And the butcher says, wait, because I am working now. I am doing my karma yoga. After I finish doing my karma yoga, I will come and talk to you. And the butcher closes the shop. Again, Kaushika goes to him to ask for gnana. He says, wait, I have my other karma yoga. I have my very old age parents at home. I need to feed them some food, cook and feed them some food. I will feed them, put them to sleep, and then come and talk to you. So he will go home. It's very nearby. Again, they both go home. He feeds his old parents and then puts them to sleep, and then comes and teaches Atma Gnana to Kaushika. Then he becomes a Gnani. So that is called, that dialogue between the butcher and Kaushika is called Vyada Gita. So now we are talking about Bhagavad Gita, right? So in the same way, Bhagavad Gita means, see, Gita means a song, okay? All the scriptures in Sanatana Dharma, all the scriptures, you name any scripture, any Upanishads, any Gita or anything, it is only a dialogue between two people. It is a conversation between two people. One person will be a gnani, the other person will be learning from the student, basically disciple, learning from a gnani. It is always a conversation. There is no commandment given in Sanatana Dharma. One person will not come and tell, yes, you should all do this. That is not the case. Every scripture is a conversation, and in that conversation, the disciple will ask hundreds and hundreds of questions to the person who is able to impart knowledge. Okay, so now with the help of that, the other person will be able to give the knowledge. So in this is Bhagavad Gita. In Bhagavad Gita, Bhagwan is talking to Arjuna. Whereas in Mahabharata only, after Bhagavad Gita, after a certain while, there is one more thing. Again, Arjuna, even after Bhagavad Gita, he will still be, have that feeling of attachment and all that. Then Krishna will give one more Gita, that is called Anugita, followed by it. Okay, and there is one more thing called Uddhava Gita. So Krishna will give Gita to Uddhava. So in the same way, there are many Gitas. This is not the only Gita. There are about 50, 60 Gitas. So there is one more thing called Vyada Gita. Vyada is the butcher. So butcher goes and gives Atma Gnana to Kaushika. So in that, so he says, now the Kaushika was a sannyasi, but internally he was not a Gnani. He was not a sannyasi. He was not thinking good. He burned the cows. He tried to burn the women as well. That did not happen. Okay, now he goes to a butcher to learn what is Atma Gnana. So whatever internally, whatever we are, that is what, so the clarity we will get through Gnana. And the purity will happen when we start thinking about God. That highest strong thought is very, very strong. Thought about God like Rama or Krishna or Guru or any, okay? Any one thought, okay? Now, don't start having 100 gods, okay? Don't start thinking about this, that, 100 things. No. It will confuse you, okay? Have one thought, have one godly thought, one name and form. It could be of any, okay? So that strong thought will kill the other little superficial thoughts. It will not it will not survive in front of that strong thought. It will not give. This is very powerful. The other powerless thoughts will die out, okay? So in this chapter, we will learn about how. Okay, so what happened? The person was in chapter 1. The person was a Arjuna Vishada Yoga. The person was selfish. Okay. Now there are 3 different levels of meanings that we are learning. Adi Bhautika, which is in Adi Bhautika level, what we are talking about? We are talking about the 5,000 years ago, there was an Arjuna, there was Krishna, who was Devaki Putra, and those 2 people were talking to each other in a war field where Arjuna was about to do all that and all that. So that is in Adi Bhautika level. Now there is one more thing called Adhyatmika level. So what has happened to Arjuna? He was confused and all that. So he was selfish. Okay. He was thinking about his family. He was thinking about so many other things. He did not want to come out of the selfishness. That is in the chapter 1, Arjuna Vishada Yoga. That is why, because of the selfishness, he is suffering. Okay. And the second, that is the Karmi level. In Adhyatmika, what do we say? Who is Arjuna? You and me are Arjuna. When we are learning the first chapter, in Adi Bhautika level, there was an Arjuna 5,000 years ago. Whereas in Adhyatmika level, where is Arjuna? Arjuna died 5,000 years ago. Why are we talking about somebody who died 5,000 years ago? That is not the thing needed here. Well, you are not even in army. I don't think any of you in army who has to go and fight some war in the Middle East or wherever. Nothing, right? No. So, why are you talking about Arjuna? In Adhyatmika perspective, you are the Arjuna. I am the Arjuna. Okay. So, I was a karmi. When I was learning the first chapter, I was still having the selfishness. I, me, mine, my things, my, my world and everything. That's why I was suffering. When I moved on to when I understood that, oh, that is why I am in trouble in the first chapter. When we moved on to the second chapter, which is the Sankhya Yoga or Jnana Yoga, I became dharmi. The karmi level, which I was, more of selfishness, my, I, me, mine thoughts, that was coming up in the chapter 1, that changed when I started learning the second chapter. I became dharmi. Means I started thinking, there is something else that I need to think about and all that. And then I became in the Karma Yoga. While I'm learning Karma Yoga, I became a Karma Yogi. Now I started applying the Gnana. Okay. When I applied the Gnana, say I'm doing some work because of Karma Yoga knowledge that I've got. Whatever work I'm doing, I understood that I am not doing it. Bhagwan is doing through me. Because Bhagwan is doing through me, the I content dropped off. Okay. The enjoyership, the bhoktatva dropped off. Naham karta, naham bhokta, naham jnata. So, I am not the doer. Who is doing it? Bhagwan is doing through me. Okay. Imagine yourself, you are in the car. Okay. You are in the driver's seat. Imagine you are holding the steering. You are actually sitting on God's lap. Okay. So God is holding your hands in making you drive. The car is the body, mind, and intellect that is being given to you. Now, whatever happens to the car, I get old, the hairs become gray, something happens to me, some bad words are thrown at me by people. Everything is happening to the maker, the body of the car. Okay, it's not happening to you. You are holding the steering wheel. God is holding his hands. He's helping you drive. Okay. So, with the help of Karma Yoga, the doership also dropped. I realized that I am not doing anything. Okay, God is making me do everything, even to do lift my hand, even to do like this, even to talk. I am not doing it. I don't know. Even while I'm sleeping, the liver is operating, the heart is operating, the kidney is functioning, everything is functioning. I am not doing anything. Everything is happening automatically. All the devas are supporting. Entire cosmos is supporting for me to sit here properly, sit here straightly. So many people are not able to sit, okay? They can't. They have trouble with their back, they have trouble with hundreds of things. Okay. So I am not doing anything. Everything is happening. So I evolve. Okay. So in the Karma Yoga, I became a Karma Yogi from Karmi, where I was in the first chapter. When I learned the Sankhya Yoga, the Gnana Yoga, I became a Dharmi. And then my evolution raised. I became a Karma Yogi, where the doership dropped. I am not doing anything. Okay. That little I is becoming little and little and little, and it is dropping off. Okay. Now I have moved on to Gnana Karma Sannyasa Yoga, which is again one more level. Now, with the help of Gnana and with the help of Karma Yoga, I am realizing that I am a sannyasi. I am detached. My nature is detached. My nature is Vairagya. I don't need to get Vairagya from somewhere. I am already, my nature is Vairagya. I am a non-doer. It's not like 10 years I do Karma Yoga and then I will go and get Mukti. That's not like that. If somebody is thinking like that, then they have not understood Karma Yoga only. Karma Yoga is moment to moment, moment to moment, every moment, now and here, now and here, now and here. Now and here, I do Karma Yoga. So what happens? Oh yeah, I need to tell this. I will take this whiteboard again. So what happens in this now and here? See, with 3 times practice, my line is getting better. So in the same way, we should practice a little more of God thought. Even our thoughts will get purer and cleaner and better. One good example here. So what was I thinking? Yeah, the now and here. So this is the thoughts. So now and here. Now I am here. Now I am here. Okay. I think about the present moment. I'm in the present moment. I'm not in the past. Okay, no, not even one moment before. Oh, one moment before I fall off. Somebody told something to me, some bad word to me. Nothing. Okay, don't be in the past. Don't be in the future as well. Oh, what will happen to me tomorrow? My family. Don't be in the past or future. Okay, and here the place. Okay, now and here the place also. You're sitting here. Feel where you're sitting. Okay, feel the chair or table or whatever, the floor or carpet or cushion or whatever wherever you're sitting, the bench. Feel that here you are here. Okay, your body is here. You're not somewhere else. You say in some other place. Okay, now and here. When you feel that the here and now, don't be in the past and future. The mind shuts down. Okay, the mind shuts down that for the tiniest of moment. Can you see this space here? Can somebody speak up, please? Are you able to see the space between these thoughts? Somebody speak up, please.
Yes.
Ha, Raviji. So This is one thought. Raviji, are you, I don't know about your background. Are you staying yourself, or do you live with a family, or what is your background?
I'm staying by myself.
You're with yourself. Say, for
Yeah.
example, you're working?
Yeah.
Huh. Say, for example, this one thought is about your colleague. Okay. Some colleague
Mhm.
whom you don't like. Okay. And now there is this another thought about your some other colleague whom you like. Okay.
Mhm.
There are these two thoughts. But this thought, in between these two thoughts, there is a gap. Did you get
Mhm.
it?
Yeah.
That is the gap that we are trying to look for. That is what is supreme consciousness.
Okay.
God thought. There's no thought over there. There's nothing over there. There's utmost silence. That is
Thoughtlessness.
what we all are aiming at. Okay. You and me. I'll just use the word you, okay, over here, because
No
you are
problem.
huh. You are trying to catch this space. That is what is peace, bliss, silence,
Mhm.
godliness, God. That is what is God. You are not able to see this now because the mind is only focusing on this, and this. This is present. Mind is not focusing on this. It again jumps to this. It again jumps to this. It forgets this empty thing here. That is what is Shiva. Did you get it?
Yeah. So the space of nothingness or thoughtlessness.
Mind is not able to go into the thoughtlessness space because I'm concentrating on the thoughts. Okay, Pallavi, if I think about some God thought, then again I'm thinking about thought only. No, I'm not going into nothingness. That's okay. I'll tell you how. So this God thought is so strong that first it will nullify your all other little superficial temporary thoughts. Okay. And because after some point, you will understand that this God thought is so nice that it is canceling out all the unwanted thoughts. You will want to think about the same God thought again because it is very strong and pure and nice. More and more you do this God thought, that is actually driving you into this space in between the thoughts. And the thoughts will reduce and you will realize the silence. It will calm down and you will be able to realize God, realize Bhagwan. That's how it is. Oh, it's here. Now I'm seeing. Close whiteboard. Okay. So the same God thought. Okay, this is one more topic. This is a different topic. Okay. Now this is a different. I'll take the topic and then finish for the day. Maybe it is already 1.5 hours. This we have not spoken before. I think for this batch. That nothingness. Okay, before going to that nothingness. What are you able to see here? Anyone? What is this? Anyone speak up? Yes, Raviji. Anyone?
Some shlokas
Some shlokas.
written
Anyone?
in a book.
Umaji? Huh? Umaji?
Samskrita.
Samskrita. Anyone? Bhuvanaji? Varuniji?
Yeah, I can also see some shlokas.
Shlokas. Did you all see the spaces?
Yeah,
Did you tell that there were spaces?
no.
No. There is space. Our eyes don't focus on the space. But it will go on to see some shapes, some size, shapes, color, and all that. Our eyes don't focus on the space. In the same way, mind doesn't focus on the emptiness. It focuses on the thoughts. Oh, car. Oh, some beautiful thing. Some movie. Some food. Some YouTube. Some for Facebook, Instagram, family, relationship, trouble. Mainly troubles. Most of them. There is an empty space there. We are not focusing on that. That's why you are not able to see God. That's why you are not able to realize God. Your mind is so very trained, so very adamant. It's very adamant. I want the world. I want the troubles. Okay, we'll talk. Krishna is talking about why troubles are happening to people. Arjuna asks that as well. Krishna, in this chapter, he tells why you are getting trouble. You ask for it. That is why you are getting troubles. You want it. You want to see trouble. You are focusing on the trouble thought. That thought is, somewhat pulling me. You focus on the trouble thought, you will get more and more trouble. Stop focusing on the thought. Stop giving power to that thought. It will automatically die. It will not come to you. Okay. So instead of how to give less power to the troubling thought, give power to the godly thought. All other troubling thoughts will go away automatically. And then slowly you will see the emptiness. Okay, we will go to the very different topic. I'll quickly cover this topic. If you have more doubts, we'll talk about that, all your doubts in the next session. So what this is we all go to deep sleep. Now we are all awake. Now there are 3 states here, which we are discussing. Now I am awake. You are all awake. Hope so nobody has slept off. So just a couple of them spoke. I know that you have not slept. So you are awake. This is an awake state, first state. Second state is when you sleep, in the night, you go and sleep and you go to a dream state. Okay, there's something called dream. You will be in Paris, you will be in front of the Eiffel Tower, drinking sipping the coffee in a coffee bar next to the Eiffel Tower. That is a dream state. Okay. Sorry. There's one more third state called deep sleep state. I want somebody to really talk continuously for a few minutes now, please. Ravi ji or Neeta ji, anybody. I don't have any particular, but he was talking more. So I'm taking his name. Ravi ji. You can come up on video, Ravi ji. That's okay.
I'm a little camera shy, so I prefer being off camera.
That is one more level of programming. Take out that programming. To hell with that programming. Who told you are camera shy? You are so bold. See, nobody else is speaking. You are speaking up. See, if you come, others will also come. Come up on camera, please. That's okay. Don't worry. I'll mask your face and put it on YouTube. Nobody is watching my channel. Yeah, anyways, nobody is worried about watching Bhagavad Gita videos and all. Huh. So what happens, Raviji? What we were talking, and the deep sleep. What state are you in? Awake state. Right? What is the second state? Dream state. Have you dreamt anything anytime before? Have you been
Sure.
on dreams?
Almost every night.
Oh, every night. So you dream, right? It's easier
Yeah.
if people dream, it's easier to explain. Some people, they don't dream at all. It's difficult to explain them. So you have been on dream, right? When you say you dreamt of Eiffel Tower. Okay. You dreamt of Eiffel Tower. In front of the Eiffel Tower, there is a little coffee shop and you are sipping a coffee. The Ravi is sleeping. Okay. There is another Ravi who is dreaming of Eiffel Tower. Who is that? Is that you?
It's
Which
also
is
me.
you? No, which is you? The sleeping you is you or the dreaming you is you? Which is you?
The sleeping.
Then who is dreaming? Who is in the dream?
That is the dream, in the dream, and this is
In
the
the
reality.
dream, in the dream, you're sipping the coffee. Is it so real or not? If the coffee is not nice, you will go to the waiter and tell that the coffee is not nice. In the dream, if the tiger is chasing you, will you not run? You will run.
Yeah.
That means have you not felt falling off in a dream?
Yeah.
Everybody might have felt this, right? If there is
Yes.
a tiger chasing you in a dream, will you just say, "Oh, it's a dream, I will not run"? Will you say that or will you run?
It's like reality, right? So you don't.
It's like reality. So that means you have a dream body there. That's why you have a dream body and dream mind and everything. It's so real. Dream is so real that if a tiger comes, you're definitely going to, and your heart is, you will start sweating. The sleeping, you will actually start sweating. It's so real for you in the dream. Right? So, who is the dream? What is the dream Eiffel Tower made of? The real
What's the
Eiffel
dream?
Tower, the real Eiffel
Yeah.
Tower in Paris is made of iron and steel.
Yeah.
What is the dream Eiffel Tower made of?
Imagination.
Your mind.
Yeah.
Your mind is creating an Eiffel Tower.
Mhm.
Eiffel Tower is also your mind. Your body mind, your BMI in the dream Ravi is also a mind. The coffee, the hot coffee is also your mind.
Yeah.
So, okay, we'll talk about that in the later chapters, all the dream state and things. After the dream, you go on to deep sleep state. What happens in the deep sleep state?
I don't know.
Okay, what happens in the deep sleep? You go to deep sleep state every day.
Yeah, but you don't remember, right? You don't know what happens.
What happens? I know, say that, no, what happens?
Nothingness.
There is nothing in the deep sleep. And in the morning, you will wake up, and this awakened Ravi, waking up Ravi, will tell there was nothing in the deep sleep. If there was nothing in the deep sleep, who is telling that there was nothing in the deep sleep? If there was nothing in the deep sleep, understand this question properly. If there was nothing in the deep sleep, who is telling that there was nothing in the deep sleep? So, there is somebody witnessing the nothingness as well.
Mhm.
Somebody who is witnessing the awakened state. If you close your eyes, are you able to witness?
Yeah.
Then somebody else is just because you're opening your eyes doesn't mean world is there. Even if you have, say, a person was put in a dark room, pitch dark room, there is no light whatsoever. Say you are put in a pitch dark room, there is no light at all. I will ask you, is there a chair? What do you say?
If I know there is a chair,
No.
I will say
You are
yes.
in a dark room. You don't know anything. I close your eyes and take you to a dark room
Mhm.
and then ask you, is there a chair? What will you say?
I don't know.
You don't know. Is there a mobile? What do you say?
I don't know.
You don't know. Is there a computer? You don't know. Is there a light? You don't know. Because it's fully dark. But are you there?
Yeah.
Yes. Who says that? You can't see anything. You can't even see your body. You are able to know that you are present. In the same way, you will wake up and tell, I dreamt. Somebody was watching that Ravi was dreaming. Although tiger was chasing, you were running. Somebody else was watching that you were doing all this in your dream. Okay. Again, in the deep sleep, although there was nothingness, the Sakshi was there. That's called Sakshi. Okay. Sakshi is able to tell that there was nothingness in the deep sleep. It was dark. There was nothing. Not it was dark. Sorry, that was wrong. There was nothing. So there was somebody who was watching, witnessing. That's called witnessing or Sakshi, to tell that there was nothingness. That is God. That is Bhagwan. So we
But
all
isn't it the
go.
case? Isn't it the case that the awakened state, only in the awakened state, I can say that I was in the dream state or I was in the nothingness state? So isn't the witness always in the awakened state?
No, if the witness is not present in the deep sleep state, who is telling that I had a deep sleep? I slept well. We say that or not? You go and observe
Yeah.
today.
Yeah.
Who is telling that? That witness is powering you now in the awakened state to make you tell that I witnessed it then.
Yeah.
Okay. So that is called Sakshi. That is what is Bhagwan. We all go and see Bhagwan every night. So in a household, we will see, we will tell, don't wake up a sleeping person, we say, because the person is in touch with Bhagwan, then you should not wake up, wake them up. When the child is sleeping, we don't, we should not, the child will smile, will make frowning face and all that. We'll tell child is talking to Bhagwan while the child is sleeping. We all are in touch with Bhagwan every night in deep sleep. But the only problem is we are not able to know that because there is avarana. That's called avarana. That's called ignorance. Because of that ignorance, you are not able to realize Bhagwan in your deep sleep. That deep sleep is the space between the thoughts in the waking state. You want to get that nothingness in your waking state entirely. Thoughts should become zero. It should not be troubling you. Thoughts will come whenever it is, say, if I want to brush my teeth, one thought will come, I'll go and brush my teeth and come. That's it. No other thought should be there in between. And while I'm brushing, I'm thinking about that, this, that a lot. That is what is the ignorance. Did you get that? So we are able to experience Bhagwan every time when we go to deep sleep. So that space is the deep sleep state. In the waking world, that space between the thoughts is the deep sleep state. In the waking world, if a person realizes that deep sleep state, then such a person is called Gnani, or a person would have attained Jivan Mukti. That's called Jivan Mukti. Mukti cannot happen after a person is dead. That's not possible. Okay? Mukti should happen while you are awake and alive. You are able to realize God. Okay, so this was the one more topic, new topic that we saw, that in deep sleep state, we are in touch with Bhagwan, just that we are not able to realize it because of the ignorance. How do we realize then? Remove the ignorance. How do we remove ignorance? With the help of Gnana. So what kind of Gnana? How do we get Gnana? Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasa. Shravana is listening. Manana is contemplation, like how you asked question now. It's very, very important. Asking question, only Shravana is no use. It will fall into physical ears. It should take it into your mind. Analyze. Doubts will definitely come. Without doubts, it's not possible. Doubts will definitely come. Ask the doubts and keep, getting answers. And after some point, doubts will become zero. And now, with the knowledge that you have, Gnana that you have got, you keep it within yourself. You save it. Try to save it, contain it within yourself. That's called Nididhyasa. So, Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasa, the avarana will be removed. The ignorance will be removed. Then the person will become Gnani, who is always in bliss, always in the state of deep sleep state, but still awake. So I think it is it's enough for today. We still have lots to do in this chapter where Krishna talks about avatara. What is an avatara? Why an avatara takes birth? All the famous shlokas. Yada yada hi dharmasya, all those paritranaya sadhunam, all those shlokas come in this chapter. We will learn more about these things in the next session about this chapter. Let's conclude the class for today. If you have any doubts, please ask. We will discuss and then we can conclude. If any of you have any doubts, you can ask.
I just have one, just a fleeting thought right now. So you said at the awakened state, to achieve the space of nothingness. I think that is the highest form, right? So
one thing is, it is not a space. That is one thing. But with the shortage of terminology, you can use that. Over the time, you will realize it's not a space.
Okay,
no space or state or nothing. No state. It's not a state. It's a no state. Tell.
But in your day-to-day life, you need to do your regular duties, you need to interact with so many people. So naturally, there will be so many thoughts that are coming up and you need to do so many deeds. So in that state, how to achieve this nothingness?
Very good question. In that state, if you attain that nothingness, all your duties will be done 100% with 100% efficiency. Now the efficiency you will be able to do. Don't think that if I become mukta, I will not be able to do anything. No, that is when you will do everything thoroughly. So until Buddha, he was born as a prince. He had 4 big palaces. He had wives. He had everything. Okay, he was a king. I'm a prince. Imagine a prince can get anything with his in his fingertips. Okay, he says like this, and he can get anything. He can claim anything. As a prince, he did nothing. Okay, he did nothing. No job, nothing. He was relaxing and enjoying his life. After he got enlightened, he worked for 40 years. Did karma yoga for 40 years. After Buddha got enlightened. So, just because somebody got mukti doesn't mean that everything will become calm, everything will become no thought, nothing like that. When you get a thought, you will act on it thoroughly. You will act fully. You will be the best at it. That's how it is.
How? My question was how to achieve
Because,
this nothingness. For me, if you are a sannyasi in Himalayas where you don't have to interact with anybody or you're isolated by yourself, then you may achieve this state of nothingness. But when you're in your day-to-day life, when you're interacting with so many people, when you get so many thoughts, in spite of this, how to achieve this state of nothingness?
One thing, I think I thought the other way around, your question was. Anyways, so for this question that you are asking, so that's why when we get Gnana, we should not just be like that, and it is like a pure science. It's a content, right? It's a content that we are getting, and it will evaporate as well. Instead, you should apply it. That is why we learned Karma Yoga. You should do all the Panchamahayagnas. You should make it happen. You should, whatever work you do, you should think about God. How I'll think about God? While I'm typing, why will I think about God? Means, say you're working for a company, right? Because of that work, so many people are being benefited. Yes or no?
Mm-hmm.
First thing, show gratitude. Very first thing, show gratitude that you're in a place where millions of people are competing to get there. Yes or no? You're in Germany, right? So millions of people are trying to come out of India. They are trying for one on-site, some other thing to come out of India. Many people are trying that. Many people are not able to get the salary which you could be getting. Okay. Many people are trying to apply for the job posting which you had applied, but you were selected. So first thing, show gratitude. Second thing, with the work that you are doing, whatever work, I don't know what it is, whatever work you are doing, it is serving the mankind. It is helping the mankind. And now, this is very important. You are here, the other person is here. This person is, say, poor, okay? And this person wants 100 rupees. You are able to give 100 rupees. If you give with the thought that you are giving 100 rupees because you have 1000 rupees and this person doesn't have anything, that means what feeling are you passing on? You are passing on the feeling that I am big, I am having 1000 rupees and this person is having 0 rupees. I am big, he is small, and that's why I am giving. Okay, this is the feeling that is passed on. If we give money or do work with this kind of attitude that I am big, I am helping the other person, that's not Karma Yoga. Instead, there is Bhagwan inside this other person. I am able to see Bhagwan in this form. Bhagwan can be in any form, but Bhagwan can be in the form of Lakshmi, coins, note, money. Bhagwan can be in the form of book, Saraswati. In the same way, Bhagwan can be in the form of Tulsi. Bhagwan can be in any Hanuman. Okay, Bhagwan can be in any form. So, in this name and form of the other human, other men, and other people, I am able to see Bhagwan in that form. Now that I am able to recognize Bhagwan in that form, I am helping the other person. Now, this person did not become small, you did not become big. The feeling is not this way, it's equal. Okay. Now, because the feeling is clean, sattvika, now this feeling is clean and sattvika. And now this becomes karma yoga. It's benefiting you as well. Don't forget that it's benefiting you. If you become big and give, it's not benefiting you. It's only benefiting him with that little 100 rupees. It's actually pulling you down. At that point, you might be proud that I am having 1,000 rupees, giving 100 rupees and all that. But actually, spiritually, it is pulling you down. Don't do that. Change the attitude. It's a Karma Yoga we spoke. It's only a shift in attitude. That is all is required. Same job, shift in attitude. And you will start seeing the, when you do meditation, we'll learn how to, maybe in the next class, I'll tell how to do the meditation and how to observe witness the thought, how to just remain a sakshi and not get carried away with the thoughts. And you will be able to start seeing the gap between the thoughts. Maybe we'll practice that next time. So with that, it can help you. I hope this answered this question.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to the next class where we do this activity.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Does anyone else have any other doubts? Okay. So if not, we can conclude the class with ending prayers. Kayena vacha manasendriyerva buddhyatmana va prakriti svabhavat karomi yadyat sakalam parasmai narayanaayeti samarpayami Shrimannarayanaayeti samarpayami lokaah samastaah sukhino bhavantu lokaah samastaah sukhino bhavantu Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. Slowly, okay. So we will conclude this class today. We will continue our contemplation on 4th chapter, Jnana Karma Sannyasa Yoga, in our next session. Next. Thank you. Hari Om.
Thank you. Hari Om Pallavi.
Thank you.
Hari Om.
Hari Om.
Hari Om. Thank you.
Hari Om, Hari Om.
Hari Om.
Krishna Krishna Hare